I don't even
So,
have an IG page. I don't have an IG. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have none of that. I
oh, you
don't.
don't, you
I don't.
don't follow, you don't check out none of these players or
No.
WNBA players.
When I do, sometimes I'll go in and out. Like I'll reactivate my Facebook or something like that. I go on
You
there for
shut them
like
down. You shut down your sites. You shut down
um
your social media
yeah,
shit.
because I mean I don't want them to taint me. When I go on for like actual news.
Hmm.
Like I go to CNN's Facebook page. I go to CNN's Instagram page. Like if you were to if I to reactivate my Instagram and you were to look at who I follow, like you
Hmm.
see like CNN News, Fox News, just to hear what that side is saying. You know, Politicians,
Hmm.
activists. Um,
Hmm.
those are the kind of people I follow on my Facebook. Like I would never like follow like a Pinky or somebody
I was gonna
I
ask
don't
you,
even know. I
do
don't
you
even know
follow
what a
Pornhub?
Pinky is.
Do you follow Pornhub like on Instagram?
No, I don't. I didn't even know they had an Instagram
No,
account.
I'm curious now. I mean that we having this conversation. I'm curious to look up and see like I'm pretty sure they have to have an Instagram or TikTok or uh, Facebook or whatever. But I'm just curious on what because they got their own site. They post their own videos. But I'm just curious on what they would
What they
post
were
on
doing. So,
Instagram. Like, are they posting the new videos or are they posting like this is the highlights from like May
um,
24th through May 31st? I'm just curious on like what would a porn site have within their social status. And I'm gonna look this up. I'm curious.
I'm looking it up now. I don't see anything on Instagram,
There's
and
no Pornhub,
my Twitter's not working anymore. So
so there's no Pornhub username on Instagram.
no, I mean no, like I mean there's people who are putting like spaces in between it to get Pornhub. Like maybe Instagram just doesn't let you. But like nothing appears to be officially Pornhub. Like the ones that come up are just like they have like six posts and it's an individual person. Um,
What's this X video player? But they only got one
yeah,
post.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I guess man, Pornhub said if you want to find us, you know where to find us. www.pornhub.com.
That's interesting. Now I'm like, what does X video have?
What's X video?
Oh, that's one
What is it?
you should look into. They
Nah, it doesn't seem like.
it's the second destination after the first destination.
Uh,
Um,
I mean, I've never been to Pornhub. I don't even like. I'm assuming what it is just off of the name,
mhm.
but I don't even know if that's a website.
Oh shit,
www.pornhub.com.
browser's got one. Wait, you never been
Who
to Pornhub? What?
who? Yeah, I've never been to the. I didn't even know they had a website till you mentioned it. Who did you say
Browsers has
has
one.
who?
Browsers, Brazzers.
Never heard. Never heard of them. What do
You
they
never heard
do?
of Browsers?
No, what do they do?
They do. They got
Well,
14.1 million followers.
let me. I hope it doesn't mess up whatever this is. I hope it doesn't mess up my algorithm.
I'm intrigued that
Wait,
browsers because I like browsers. I wonder if what's the I always like those videos. The was it when you get in the car, you go for a ride. What's the name of that shit? What? No, I went browsers. I can't remember the name of them. It's something in my car, or I can't remember the name of them. But you would get in the
uh,
car and
carpool karaoke.
huh?
Carpool karaoke.
Nah, not
Oh,
that. Nah, you get in the car and get smashed.
whoa. Yeah, I've never seen anything like that. Why are these women so scantily clad on this Brazzers official?
the the
This doesn't look like something I should be looking at. I'm definitely not gonna hit follow.
Or you not
Yeah, definitely not.
backseat car? It's backseat something. I can't remember.
What?
Who's your
Yeah,
favorite porn star?
my favorite who?
Porn star.
Porn? Like as
Mm-hmm.
in pornography?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't watch porn. I
Oh,
don't. I don't.
you never watched it?
Not that I. Not that I recall. Like I don't. No. No. I don't.
You don't engage in it?
No. Like so. I don't even. I wouldn't even know where to like start with a favorite. Like I wouldn't know like
So you don't know a India or Ebony
Natasha
Eyes
Knives.
or a Pinky
No,
or
Pinky.
What's Jasmine last name? Jasmine. Can't remember her last name.
I
Jasmine.
don't. I don't know a Cherokee. I
You
don't
know,
know is Cherokee even or I don't
that's the
even.
name
I
of
don't even
one
know
of
where
the
that
porn
came up
stars.
at.
Yeah,
Um,
Cherokee
I
is
don't.
one.
I don't know none of these people. I don't.
You don't engage in such um, filth.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even know where to start. Like I don't like. I could just speculate. Like think of what I would think would be like porn names, but I don't even know if these people are porn stars. Like a Havana Ginger. That just sounds like it'd be a porn star name. I don't know if that person actually exists though.
Mm.
Um, yeah,
No,
I don't know.
she's official.
Is she? I don't
Yeah,
know how I came up with that. Like
I mean
I
you
don't.
you are a smart person.
I don't like. I'll see. Like it seems like somebody would have a name like Sarah J.
Hmm.
That would probably be like a white person. But
Hmm.
like I don't know if I don't even know if that's a actual person that does this
We
movie.
can switch over to males. You don't remember Ryan Jeremy?
Nah, nah, I don't. Who is he?
Sean was it Shawn Michaels?
Shawn Michaels, the wrestler.
It's
I know
definitely Shawn
him.
Michaels the wrestler, but it was another Shawn Michaels. Um, but anyway, I mean, if you never watched none of that filth, then don't even worry about it.
I mean,
Don't
who
even.
are your favorites since you're talking about it?
Oh, I mean, the Vanessa Del Rio. Um, I like Cherokee. I
Hmm,
like let's see what else. I really like India. India probably got like a lot of video time. Um,
hmm, interesting.
yeah, I would say them three. Oh, Pinky was fun. Pinky was fun until I saw a video of
Got
her.
old and sloppy.
Yeah, no, when I saw a video with her and um, Ryan Jeremy, and
Hmm,
I could I couldn't I couldn't watch no more. It was 4 minutes that I'd never get back in life.
hmm,
Um, was it Jada Fire? Um, yeah, it's some out there. It's some nice ones. When you get a chance, take your time, go ahead and watch it.
huh. I mean, I don't know if I should do that
I mean,
because I don't like. Do they take their clothes off?
sometimes they pull it to the side. Sometimes they,
Pull what to the side?
panties or the clothes that they have on, just
What?
so they can
Oh,
proceed
oh,
with the nastiness.
oh, oh. That sounds like a lot doing the nasty on camera.
I know. I mean, they've been doing it for
Mm.
years. It's a
No,
documentary I saw. His name, the dude, Shawn Michaels, the porn star. Um, that I was gonna watch. It's like a 2 hour documentary. I really want to see what they were talking about for 2 hours.
yeah, that would be. Maybe they
You don't
just
know
say
who Mr.
like,
Marcus is?
Um, I think I heard about him doing a movie one time, and I don't know if it was a porn, but I just heard about a movie he did one time with this lady named Kareen Steffens.
Superhead.
Who?
Superhead. That was her. That was her nickname.
Who's? Oh, because her head was big. Yeah, she did.
No, no, no,
Yeah, she
no.
did have a big
Because of the
forehead.
head that she gave.
Man, you blowing my mind with these terms. I don't even know what head is.
Oh, geez. I'm sorry. All right, let me not delve too deep into that, but I will say that I was watching this video with Bow Wow, and Bow Wow was expressing how she's such an amazing person. Like he said, she would wash his clothes, she would do all of these things for him, and
Hmm.
like outside of the head, said that she was just an amazing person.
Wow. Okay. Nice, wholesome person.
You know,
Just a just a good, wholesome person that you could take home to mom.
and I mean, you know,
I
if
mean, if
that's
your
what you
mom
want
was
to do.
Vanessa Del Rio,
So wait, hold on. What about Vanessa Del Rio?
if well, I could have sworn that was one of your favorite
Yes, yes. Vanessa Del
porn
Rio
stars.
is
So
one of
I'm
my
just
favorites.
saying, if your mother was Vanessa Del Rio, then you could probably take her home to Vanessa Del Rio.
Yeah, but I mean, they got to be within the mix to get what you doing or what you're doing in the mix. But yeah, Vanessa Del Rio definitely was an introduction. I still
Mm.
remember the video. I need to see if I can do some research on it, but it was called "Play It Again, Vanessa." It was a
Hmm.
VHS tape, and I remember popping it in the VCR, and I was like, "Oh shoot, this wasn't what I was expected." But I'm intrigued. She was going around construction sites, and
Okay.
she go by a construction site. So like, "Hey, Big Daddy," and then like, "What you want, woman?" And then next thing you know, everybody at the construction site is getting it in.
No, that doesn't sound like they met their timeline on the project.
No, no, they did not. They stopped construction and went straight to all of the chaos that comes with being a porn star.
Mm. Seems like a hard life.
Yeah, when you handing out syphilis like Mr. Marcus was at one point in time, like you know
Uh-huh.
some of that
Uh,
stuff is hard to swallow while you're rewatching footage and you're like, that guy gave
oh, that's
syphilis to other women.
oh, he was giving syphilis in this scene.
Yeah,
She had to go get a shot after this one.
yep,
Oh man,
definitely
Mr.
a hard
Marcus.
pill to swallow.
Uh, that's what she said. Um, yeah, Mr. Marcus should have been a little bit more careful considering his profession.
Now, shout out to him for the wrong reasons, but shout out to him because I was watching something that I mean, syphilis is, they were able to, like you said, get a shot or whatever, but that caused a lot of people within the porn industry to change practices and make sure that people were getting tested on a regular basis and knowing what they were signing up for. So um, that was
Hmm.
a good thing that was happening. I mean, not a good thing that happened while he was doing it, but the outcome was them starting to make sure that everybody was being tested on a regular basis.
Seems like a common sense thing. Doesn't seem like a syphilis outbreak should have been the trigger for that. But hey, what can I say? I'm not in the porn industry, so maybe that's just how it was back in the day.
I
Just
mean, think about
everybody
it.
going willy
Think
nilly.
about it. Think about it like from a
From a
I
what?
start I started to see more condoms, and I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, yeah, I well, I didn't because I don't watch porn, but I could see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're saying in what you watched, you
hmm
saw more
yeah,
condoms.
you're from
Yeah.
100% over here.
Okay, so they're being educational then, like saying, "Hey guys,
Unfortunately, yes.
use a rubber."
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
So then you got a generation of kids that just use rubbers because they saw Mr. Marcus use them.
Mm,
But All Dirty didn't it because he got burned twice.
yeah,
It was only gonorrhea, but he
it
still
was
got
on the
burned twice.
gonorrhea. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Mm, mm.
So
Interesting.
no porn for you at all. I feel you.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever saw like usually if I'm watching like in Boys in the Hood with Nia, like
hmm
I close my eyes when her itty bitty breasts are out.
You close your eyes
Yeah, so I don't see them.
for the love of your life.
Yeah, man, because if I see them, I want to see them because she wanted to show them to me, not because they were on the big screen.
Hmm.
Just call me an old fashioned guy. What can I say?
I mean, I don't think I close mine. I don't think I close
Yeah.
mine ever.
Yep, I close my anytime I see they look like they're gonna anytime they look like they're about to kiss, I close my eyes.
Did you close your eyes when Apollonia showed her titties in Lake Minnetonka?
Purple Rain.
Yes.
Hmm. Interesting fact. I've never seen Purple Rain. So
Really?
um really, yeah, yeah, never seen Purple
I'll say
Rain.
this. I'll say this.
But now I might have to watch. I mean, never seen it. Yeah.
I'll say this. You ain't missed nothing.
Apparently, Apple. Well, I don't. Well, if I were into those things, it sounds like I might have missed the opportunity at
You missed some amazing.
Apollonia.
Those were the first titties I've ever seen. That was
Right.
1985, 84. I was about 7. Yeah, that was the first titties I remember seeing um, on the screen. Nah, yeah. I'm trying to think about Porky's though. I remember watching Porky's, and
That movie.
I remember watching Porky, and I remember watching Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I'm trying to remember if I remember it was a scene in Porky's that shit was so weird. They were sticking their joint in this like little like a glory hole or whatever you call it, and the gym teacher, like they were showing them to the girls. Then the gym teacher, like this old burly white woman, came in. And she started pulling them. And shit.
That's messed up.
I was like, wait, what? But it was funny. But in hindsight, she was in there pulling
You-
teenagers' dicks.
Yeah,
um,
that is kind of wild.
in hindsight, I don't think it was the best thing that she should have been doing. But at the
Yeah,
same
probably
time,
not.
hey, can you hear that?
Yeah, sound like a vacuum. I mean, it ain't
Let me
loud.
pause it. I know
Okay.
we're about to wrap up. Let me pause this real quick. I'm about to close this window. All right, we back. But yeah, I remember watching, and it's weird. I remember watching Revenge of the Nerds, and it was a scene in there, and they call it. They say it could be considered rapey. But there was a scene in
Mm,
there where this one chick liked this dude, but she couldn't get with him, so she had another dude that was football team, whatever type of
right.
player or athlete, and he ended up like she's supposed to be having sex with the dude, and apparently they knocked him out, and then
Mm,
like the other dude came in there and then had sex with her, And as a kid, I was like, yeah, he's finally winning. He's finally getting the girl that he wants. But in hindsight, that
Yeah,
was
no,
fucking rape.
yeah. Bill Cosby was looking at that like, yeah, that's how you do it.
Bill was
But
like,
that
oh,
wasn't nice. I'm sorry, Bill.
it wasn't. Bill was dope in his own right.
He was.
Besides, if giving pills allegedly, but yeah, man, it was some cringy scenes watching them back. What the 80s and 70s was happening was doing versus everything that's so political now. So
Yeah. A lot of stuff
so
you could get away with back then.
yeah, cool, cool. All right, well, we about to wrap up. Got one more topic for you. You want to figure out how do you feel about the NBA, or how do you feel about the NBA playoffs right now?
Um, I think the Pacers gonna wrap it up in Game 6, and then they're gonna lose in 5 to OKC.
Yeah.
Just that simple. What
Um,
about you?
I say the same. I would like. I don't know, man. It's something about Halliburton that I like,
Yeah,
but I don't like. Like he feels douchey, but he reminds me of,
mhm.
like, he's almost like Reggie Miller 2.0.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So I would.
Does your boy like him? Your boy on the Facebook group that I know hates Reggie Miller.
John does not fuck with Halliburton, and John does not fuck with Reggie Miller. Like,
All right,
nah,
so maybe he's ready 2.0 then.
yeah, nah, he does not
That
like him one bit. Like, and he's like, yeah, he's giving me the vibe. I talked to him, text or call him, whatever. But yeah, he literally does not fuck with Halliburton at all, or Reggie Miller for that matter. But
yeah, I knew he didn't mark him, Reggie.
yeah, I
Ah,
can.
yeah,
I put
I
like this.
like him.
Yeah, he's weird. Like, I like him because he's underestimated in a sense. Like,
Yeah,
they called him the most overrated player in the NBA, and it's like, in my opinion, I like people like that play with a chip on their shoulder, because I mean, I did not expect Indiana to be where they're at. Like, I did not expect
nah,
them to be in the play. I mean, they had a nice run at the end of the season to put them. I think what they ended up being a fifth or sixth seed. I can't remember, but
yeah, they made a 4 or 5.
yeah, but that just pushed them. Like, it felt like they were driven by something, and they just got the clicking at the
Yeah,
right time. Um,
yeah. I think they're gonna beat Cleveland,
yeah.
and
So,
they
and
beat Cleveland in 5, right?
yeah, they beat everybody in
Yeah,
5. They've
yeah.
been
So
fucking balling, man. Like, and it ain't. I like the dude. I like Matherin.
yeah,
I like Nimhart.
mm,
Like, that dude be playing. Like, that dude plays hard. He reminds me
right,
of what's the dude from Boston, the white boy, Peyton Pritchard. He reminds me
okay,
of him,
okay,
where he plays very good defense, and he can still, you know, once every 3 or 4 games throw 20 to 30 points at you. Like,
right, right.
and that's why I feel like NBA is headed. If you think about it, like, it's gonna be a hard. I feel like NBA is gonna be hard to market within like 5 or 10 years, because players are getting better, and it's becoming more team oriented versus like the
Right.
superstar. Um, Superstars are good because they can get you a bucket, but
Hmm.
I feel like players are getting faster. And I mean, you look at the Thompson twins, right? They're not
Yeah.
they're not like quote unquote superstars, but they play superstar with superstar energy. So
I
they're just
got you.
really good, and I mean, they're young, but they're coming along to be able to, be a force in the league, and they're what, 22, you know.
Something like that.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you got Jason Tatum, you got Anthony, what's his name?
Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards,
Uh,
um, Luca, but at the same time, it feels like you look at, like, I think Halliburton is a good player, but um, that team
Not
is
superstar.
built very well.
Yeah.
So and it's good to see, like, a Miles Turner who's been there for forever, at this
Yeah,
point. And it was probably what, and he like Legos too, so I fuck with him. But
yeah,
dude is
yeah.
like fucking, he's in his 20s, so but it feels like he's been there for like damn 20 years, but he's probably only been there like 7 or 8.
Still a long time in NBA years.
Yeah, so and I feel like team like you look at Houston, Houston's a very good team. They're just
Hmm.
like you got certain players that may stick out, but shit. I mean, you look at OKC. No, I didn't expect them to be this good this soon.
Nah,
They
nah.
got a lot of young players that are really good with the
Hmm.
William the both Jay Williams, Harkenstein,
Hmm. Yeah,
fucking like they're just really good. And then you got
yeah,
Shy Gilly that's like killing it. So and it's like it feels as if they're just scratching the surface. Like they're not even
yeah,
like it reminds me of like the KD but they just don't like it's a whole different team as far as like you had KD, Westbrook,
right,
Harden, Ibaka.
right.
They were all young at the time that made it to the finals, but this team like I don't see nobody beating. I would like I said I would
Yeah,
love for the finals to be and the Knicks and OKC, and seeing the Knicks finally win one after what 30 was 1970
85
actually
years.
long
Yeah,
shit like
50
nigga it was
years.
19 that was
Yeah.
1973 or 72, so
Hmm.
woo child that's almost 50. Oh that
Oh, that's over 50.
83 93
Yeah,
yeah it's 50 plus years and shit, so
right.
it'd be good to see because like I said I've never been a fan of the New York squad, but like either way it go, it'd be good to see a team, and that's what we're going to see. Whether it's Indiana, whether it's the Knicks, I think Indiana takes it, but whether it's
Yeah,
Indiana, whether it's the Knicks, whether it's OKC, you go see a team win it that hasn't won it or hasn't won it in a long time.
right. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. But I think OKC go. Even if the Knicks put us, I think OKC is gonna win it regardless who comes out the East. But I think we had said that whoever won that Denver OKC series is gonna probably win the chip. So
Hmm.
I don't think they've done any. I don't think they did anything in this past, the conference finals that made me think otherwise.
Hmm.
Um, I think
No, but
Indiana might be the better matchup.
hmm.
Um, but I mean, OKC they can they can score the ball and they play defense. Like I don't know that Indiana's defense is that great. Like I think the Knicks. I don't think the Knicks could keep up in scoring. And they don't have a bench. I don't necessarily say they don't have a bench. Like Tibbs don't play the
The Tibbs
bench.
just don't play it. Now, so
Yeah,
Tibbs for the first time, like I was watching the game the other day, and the first 7 minutes of the game, Tibbs had played 10 players.
yeah. I don't know what Tibbs on now.
No, this was the game that they
Yeah,
won.
yeah. I know. I'm like, yeah. I remember that. Like I was.
Because I was listening to the commentary, it's like, yeah, Tibbs never do this. And it was like, well, yeah, this game, Tibbs has played 10 players so far. And I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
like, but um, I don't know. I don't know if I don't think they're missing a piece. It's
Who the
just,
Knicks?
yeah, I think just OKC is just built. This is what was supposed to be what the KD era, the Westbrook era was supposed to be. Like,
Right.
maybe they did some, not to say they did wrong signings, but you know, them maybe signing Ibaka before they signed Harden, or like I feel like that kind of changed the narrative, and Harden left that season after to go to Houston. It's
Hmm.
kind of, it's weird when people, and that's one thing too. We ain't got to go fully into the topic, but it's always weird when people say you should take a pay cut. Like, take a pay cut for what? Like, this is a money thing. Like, granted, it'd be dope to win a championship, but I remember what's the dude that used to play for I used to play for the Pacers, and he ended up going to Golden State, and I think he was playing for San Antonio before he went to Golden State. I can't think of his name right now. He was a power forward, but he was like a rough dude. Like they said, like he was, I can't remember. his name, but the dude ended up going to OKC or not OKC. He ended up
Uh,
going to Golden State, and he took 10 million a year less to win a championship. He signed with Golden State for I think 2 or 3 million, and he had
okay.
like a 12 or 13 million dollar per year deal on the table at the time. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Fuck a championship!" Like I read that.
I think I think
If
it
I
depends.
won, I, nigga, if I can, so say for instance with LeBron, right? LeBron, I think it's around like 53 million, like 53, 55, some, um, and to take less money for somebody else to sign. I mean, how much less can you take? I mean, I'm not going to take 50 million less or 40 million less to sign this person. You know, it's like I feel like sometimes it's in the front office to figure it out versus me. You know, and now you look at Miami. They all took the same contract, but the contracts were a lot less. They each took 16.6 million or something like that for them to be able
Yeah.
to make the Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Chris Bosh thing work.
Right.
So, but
Yeah. I
that's
mean,
working within the system that was available. But yeah.
to me, I think it depends. Like, so, because remember, Melo could have went to Chicago, but he didn't want to take a pay cut. Like
Hmm.
he would have been he got more going back to the Knicks. Like I don't really fault the players on either way because like cause Jalen Brunson, like I just looked it up. Like Jalen Brunson signed a 4 year, $156.5 million contract extension. If he would have waited a season, he could
Hmm.
have negotiated a max contract. Essentially, did like a $113 million pay cut. It,
Hmm.
yes, it's a lot of money, but at the 156, he's still making 39 million a year. Like I in my mind, like 39 million is still 39 million, and like I get what you're saying though. But if he had wanted to say like, nah, I want to get this, what's this comes up to about 280. Like
Hmm.
if he would said, no, I want y'all to pay me, and he would have forced him, but he said, no, this would give him a little bit of cap flexibility. Like it's not like Jalen Brunson said like I'm gonna do a pay cut and instead of getting my 39 million a year, I'm only gonna get 5 million a year. So like I look at it as unlike the player. Like it's not to me. It's like if
I think it
it's
depends on the player, honestly.
yeah, I think it
Like cause
depends
they
on
end up getting Michael Bridges off of that. Like, but they played together and got like they wanted to
yeah.
play
So
together.
I think it all depends. Not now the thing is, I think if you take a pay, if you go in and you work with the team and say, okay, I'm gonna take a pay cut so you can sign some people, then that to me the team can't drop the ball. Like so, if they would have went out instead of getting Bridges, say they would have went out and got I'm trying to just think about some scrub. Um, say they would have went and got a DeAndre Jordan, who's
Damn,
who's
nigga,
not
like why you go from like here to
no,
like
but that's what I'm saying. Like if they would have did like just somebody that's not like as could put up because we know Bridges can give you 20, but
hmm
like or just say like I'm thinking the one boy who be hooping, Cam. They call he be dancing. Cam.
Cam Young,
Is it Cam Young? Because he used to
dude,
play in
light skinned
Phoenix.
dude used to play with Chris Paul.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
if you
Cam
would
Young.
have, I'd have been like, that's why I took the pay cut. Like he cool, but I mean, he ain't the missing piece. But at the same time, to what you're saying though, like if Jalen Brunson would have said like, nah, pay me, I'd have been like, he hooped his ass off, pay him. And to what you're saying, like now y'all got to figure it out. Like y'all got to figure out the pieces to put around them. But like I said, and I think with the money that the players make now, man, like if you if you want to take the hit to say like, okay, I'm gonna try to like, I want the team to try to get a championship. Um, like if them boys in Boston, man, if they to come back around and
Them
say
niggas
like,
didn't take no pay cuts.
nah, they didn't, and like, and now you're gonna see where that team probably is gonna get broken up. in the off season, and that's fine. But y'all got a championship out of it, like between the players and the organization.
You say the same
I
thing
mean,
about Cleveland. I mean, LeBron didn't take a pay cut going to Cleveland. They had to
yeah,
trade the number one. They had traded number one pick, traded Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah, so you good.
Ended up, getting Kevin Love. So
Yeah,
it's like I
I
feel like
mean,
team. I feel like sometimes, like say for instance with LeBron, right? I feel like LeBron is like, y'all figure that part out. If you don't want me to be a part of your ownership team, then then cool. I mean, even though I feel like he has his voice in there, but at the same time, it's like, nah, y'all got it.
yeah.
I mean, you look at dog. There's no reason why the Lakers should have Luca.
No,
Like,
I
in
ain't
no,
nothing
like,
but
there's no reason why. Period. Luca should be in L.A. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with Anthony Davis, um, but
dude is trash compared to Luca.
there's no reason why you get a 25-year-old, 24, 25-year-old superstar that's
Franchise player.
all NBA's out the ass, damn near MVP candidate, for the past two years. Um, or not this year, but a couple years. But there's no way you should have been able to get a hold of that type of player. And don't get me, I mean, like I said, they figure it out. Um, and that's all I'm saying, to the point of you know, it's very difficult to it's on the ownership to be able to figure that part out. And that's one, like, I give it up to Cleveland. Like, you can say whatever about Cleveland without LeBron, they managed to put together pretty good teams. Um,
I'm
you may
not even
not
gonna say
like
I'm not.
you might not like the owner, but I mean,
No, I'm not even gonna make the comment that I make
mhm.
off of the
Well,
podcast because it'll be viewed as insensitive for why they so successful. But it helps when it
what
helps
they
when you get a
second
couple.
next back. What's the what's
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But
okay?
it helps when you get a couple number one picks, number four pick. Like I mean that helps. I mean,
I mean, but you got to be able to judge talent too. I mean, I really feel like,
yeah,
there's a
that's
lot
true
of
because they wasted one of those picks too.
yeah. You got some terror. I mean, you talking like Kyrie coming after LeBron leaves, and them damn near building the team back up to not necessarily the success of this current Cleveland team, but being able to have the pieces in place so when LeBron does come near, they damn near get a power forward from Minnesota, and now they championship contenders for the next 4 years. And then when LeBron leaves, they do a trade or do a bunch of trades, and now they're back in. I mean, they were. I don't know what happened to them in the playoffs this year, but they're back in that space to be able to compete.
They are. Yeah.
So,
I wish Detroit could have had that same luck at getting top picks, number one picks. But
yeah, how did you feel about the All NBA stuff?
what? K
I
made the
thought, I
second
thought,
team,
I thought,
right?
I thought, I think he made the
Or was it third
third.
team?
Well, I think he should have been on the second. Let me look real quick. I want to say he made the. I want to say he made the third. But it was somebody that was on the team ahead of him. I was like, why are they ahead of him? I'm curious. Let's see. Oh, and then the person I was talking about was David West when he took the pay cut.
Uh, oh yeah, but David Weston made some pretty good money throughout his career at that point.
But you go turn down a
I
contract
mean,
over years versus 1 year deal. Like, you don't turn down a
why?
13 million or $12 million a year 3 year contract over a one
Why?
year 2 million contract.
Why not? Can't you do what you want to do?
Oh, you can do whatever. I mean, look, anything's possible with 50 fuck Vivica, but it's just
Yes, you
like,
got.
you just gotta
I mean,
shit.
I'm not mad at it because it ain't like David West like didn't make money throughout his NBA career.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember David West being some old flashy person who's gonna need. He ain't out here. Uh, I don't know, man. Like I said, man, I think if you want to take a pay cut to try to win a
And
championship,
K made 13.
13. Okay. Um. Oh
And
yeah,
at the
Bruns.
point guard, you got Jalen Brunson, which is a fair, but you got Steph on here too. I would have put him above Steph this year.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm gonna put him above Shy, but I don't. I felt like they
Oh,
were. I mean, Shy was able to get further within the playoffs, but I honestly I would have put him up. Well, I don't. I'd have probably put him above Donovan Mitchell too, but I don't know. Donovan Mitchell made first team, so
yeah. I mean, he was balling this year because I think
he
they
was
had put
open.
together.
I
Yeah,
just I like this where Cade took a team. What they won 19 games last year.
yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
So I mean, you talking a playoff team, 6 seed, was competing,
right.
and they'll compete. They'll compete next year, But
Hmm.
um,
Yeah,
I mean, we shall see. But yeah, I mean, David West, man. Like, I want my money. Look, I always say, what's better than
yeah. You
money?
want your
More
money?
money. Yeah, it's like
That's what you say though. David West
yeah,
doesn't live
and
by
that's
your
fine. I'm
standard.
saying that's how I'm like. No, I need more money. I need the
Yeah,
bag
that's good.
over
That's
a
good. You ain't.
championship. I'll take 100 million over an NBA championship, even if I made $400 million.
Okay, that's you.
Yeah. But I'm saying,
I,
would you take a championship over 100 million, even if you made $400 million out of your NBA career?
oh, I consider it. I mean, yeah, I'm of the mindset of like I got 400 million. Uh,
Then you got
it,
500 million.
and I'm living the best life I can live at 400, and then I can add a little championship ring to my case. Like I mean, I get it because in some ways I equate it to like a peace of mind because I think about my job. Like I think there's the position I'm in. There's certain comfort level to it. So like the team I work with, the manager I work for, things of that nature. That
Hmm.
like now I'm not gonna say there's no amount of money that couldn't get me to leave,
Hmm.
but it has to be like a ridiculous amount. And I think in proportion to that, if you have four like so if you're saying 400, so if you're telling me that like if if I'm at like a hundred, like say I'm at 100 racks, and you're telling me we'll give you 10, um, then I might be like, is it worth to break up the peace of mind that I have? Like,
I feel you.
I,
I mean,
I,
I literally consider like the role I'm in right now, working fully remote from home and having the flexibility of not having somebody like looking over my shoulder or having to report to, I mean, I do report,
man,
to the manager partner, but, you know, I mean, but if you throw like 20, in my position, if you throw 30 to 50% more at me,
yeah,
I'm out.
yeah,
And I love the peace of mind of being like, even if I got to go into the office, like I may not, and I've considered, I mean, I'm, in the midst of figuring that stuff out right now, but it's just like to build the wealth that I would like to have where when I walk away or when I'm done, retire, whatever, that I have more cushion, you know, in the bank or in the 401k or however you sell it. I'm more comfortable with that than I'm trying to think of a player that, like, if I'm LeBron, I'm not compromising because honestly, I think LeBron brings so much to the league that, just by him playing, um, brings
I mean,
folks
you
to
don't
watch.
have to, but if LeBron hadn't won a ring up to this point, if LeBron hadn't won a ring, and he gets the call from um
Golden State.
yeah, he gets the call from Golden State. He hasn't won a ring yet. Golden State's like, hey man, like all we got on the cap is 20 million to get you. Like, and LeBron winning, and we're saying LeBron doesn't have a ring to that point. Like, I don't think LeBron is foolish for basically like could have maybe got 50 million, left 30 million on the table when you and up to what he would have made throughout his career at this point, along with endorsements and all of that. Like the next 2-3 generations of LeBron's bloodline are gonna be okay. Like,
I mean, but yeah, they'd be okay. It's just like I'm trying to think of somebody not LeBron. So say for instance KD, who doesn't have as much endorsement. Um, he has
he's made a
endorsements,
lot of money.
but on your how old is KD? I think KD's like 37, 36, somewhere around there. And you're on your last contract, or technically your last contract,
Mhm.
what I consider less money. It really depends on how less it is. Like I said, if it's significant amount, like you say 20 to 50, I'm not leaving 100. I'm not leaving $100 million on the table. Even if I just fuck off the 100 million and just say, hey, I'm gonna donate this to, I don't know, some fucking charity and shit. Like I would
I want
rather.
to. I want a ring before I donate money to charity.
I mean, but a ring isn't guaranteed though.
It's not, but I'd rather go with the potential to get a ring than to donate to a charity,
No,
whether
well,
our
I mean, no.
charities
I'm
or
just
not.
saying. I'm just saying in general. Even if I'm not, if I'm fucking off the money, you know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I would rather have that money to be fucked off than a ring. It's like the only place I would even consider, even if I was LeBron in this scenario, if I was LeBron, the only place I would probably consider is Cleveland, and that's bringing another chip to Cleveland. Um, but other than that, it's almost a bad look for him to go anywhere else at this point. And
Yeah,
younger players are there anyway, so you know it's harder. I think honestly, if you look throughout LeBron's career, only player, in my opinion, that was able to have success that was young was Kyrie.
right.
Outside of that is him playing with vets like his whole career. Um, so I really don't see a team that could, like, for the Lakers, right? Because they're over the cap. So even if he took less, it doesn't really,
Do anything.
yeah. So it's like, no, just pay me my money. And like I said, it depends on the team's scenario and how it's set up and stuff like that. Like, if there was a way for LeBron to take, say for instance, he's at 50, 55 or something like that, LeBron takes less and they can get I wouldn't say even Jimmy Butler. I would say it would probably have to be a caliber of a maybe an Asian star, so maybe a KD or a Giannis or something like that. Then I mean it has to be considered, but um, I just feel like teams have dropped the bag on most of that, and it's been more so players driven to be able to get specific players in certain
Hmm.
places. I mean, whether it's last minute, and when you have 2 hours before the conversation, uh, Paul George is like, "Yeah, I'm returning to OKC," and then like 2 hours later, Kawhi has a conversation with him
Right.
before the trade deadline, and they end up in LA together.
Right.
And
Comfortable.
and then now that's that kind of fucks up Westbrook, kind of fucks up the whole team in general. Um, So I don't know. Maybe, I feel like Miami was a perfect storm, being able to coordinate that and being able to get all of these. I mean, you look at that shit now, and you be like, them three niggas signed for $16 million a year. 16.6, 16.7. One of I think Dwayne Wade got them like 16.7. Um, that was all they could do under the cap. And then it was like, okay, now we can sign Mike Miller and we can sign Shane Battier. We can next year we can sign Ray Allen and da da da. But Ray Allen took less money. Mike Miller took less money. Shane Battier took less money. It's just I don't expect the superstars to take less money. Um, I mean, and David West was an All Star the year before that, so he was still, a serviceable player in Indiana. So I don't know, but I mean, like I said, you got to chip
Golden
in
State.
Golden State. But I'm
Yeah,
just always of the look. You rich, you spend rich money. So I mean, so the more money you get, and like I said, sometimes black folks we don't know how to spend money the way it should be spent, or we burn through it quicker.
that's why you don't.
You know.
That's why they can't take no pay cut. LeBron didn't burn through his money, so he could take a pay cut if he wanted to.
Now LeBron is a different scenario because LeBron could take a pay cut based off of all of his other stuff that he got going on. But I
KD
don't.
can take a pay cut. KD's made 447 million in his career.
I mean, who's to
KD
say
don't
how
need 50 million.
who's to say how he's spending his money though?
If KD's spending his money wisely, KD could take a pay cut.
I don't think
I'm not gonna
80.
assume every NBA
I
player is
don't think
burning their money.
85%.
And
I
KD
don't
has
think
done stuff to invest his money.
I don't think
KD has
85 to
outside.
90% of the league is spending their money correctly.
Then that's on them.
Oh yeah, I
And
mean,
that,
yeah,
and then they
yeah,
shouldn't take a pay cut. Then they
yeah.
shouldn't take a pay cut if they're spending their money irresponsibly. Then yeah, they can take a pay cut because they can't afford it. But
Hmm.
like I think Jalen Brunson is the perfect example. I don't fault like I don't look at
Oh no,
Jalen Brunson like he's
Jalen
dumbass.
is perfect to take a pick. He's one of those players that I mean, and I think that was mostly made to bring in his boy. And he was already in Brooklyn, so it wasn't like they couldn't hang out together. But like I want to play with. Well, I mean Dante ended up getting traded this year, but you're talking Dante DiVincenzo, you're talking Jalen, you're talking Michael Bridges, you're talking Josh Hart. They all went to college together, so I feel like there was a different bond there. To take a pay cut. I just don't see no other players really taking a pay cut like that. Um, that like I don't know. I like what they building in New York. But at the same time, a pay cut doesn't guarantee you a ring.
No, it don't. But I mean that's
Except
the
for
thing
Golden
though.
State. Because Golden
But
State,
see, this is the
nobody
other
can fill
thing
a
to me.
Golden
Like
State.
we
Mhm.
talking about players taking pay cuts. Jalen Brunson still making 39 million a year. I wish I
Mhm.
could take a pay cut and I'd still be getting 39 million a year.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, we saying pay cut, but 39 fucking million. Like I could live 10 lifetimes and won't see 39 million if I
Mhm.
worked the job that I've worked. Like, if I come back 10 times and work the same job,
Mhm.
I ain't gonna see no 39 million
Mhm.
in 10 lifetimes. And he's getting it in 1 year. I,
Mhm.
I mean, that's the thing too. Like, yeah, pay cut, yeah, but
I
yeah,
mean,
I mean,
honestly, you ask me, man. I don't think the CBA is is the best thing right now. I really think that it's jacked up because what, and I think we started to see that with um, Butler and Luca and Anthony Davis. You can only trade superstars or superstar pay for superstar pay, or you got to gut the whole team. And that's just what I mean. You talking, say for instance, you can't trade Jason Tatum. I mean, well, he's hurt right now, but you can't trade Jason Tatum or Jalen Brown or Steph Curry or like I said, Jimmy Butler was a hard trade, but you can't really trade these players without either giving up all of that, like a lot of your assets for your team, or you just got to give up one of your main players. So it's not. I was surprised that they were able to get the even though they gave up some key pieces, but I was surprised that they was able to, like, Golden State was able to get Butler just because of how
So
much he make. I think he was at $49 million a year.
so you're proposing no salary cap in the NBA.
Either no salary cap or hard salary cap, where you say only certain players can, not say certain players can only make a certain amount, but making it where
I mean, if you do a hard
the,
salary
the,
cap, you
the
still
main players aren't eating up the cap.
eh,
Because you look at, Boston as an example. They got to get rid of somebody now. They got to either get rid of Porzingis. Uh,
so
they're
you
not going to.
say
They just signed Derek White, so they're not going to get rid of him. Or Drew Holiday. They're going to have to get rid of one of those three because they're each making around $30 million a year.
the players shouldn't take a pay cut, but you're saying the league and the players should come to an agreement on the CBA that will make it that superstar players can't get paid as much.
Yeah, I
So
mean, why take a pay cut if the money's there? But if I can't, it's just like say for instance, I make, I don't know, as an example, like me personally, say I have the opportunity to make $200,000 a year. If I only have the opportunity to make 150,000 a year, then that's what I'm going to make. But if I have the opportunity to make 200, I'm gonna get the 200. I'm gonna go for the 200. It's like say for instance with Jaylen Brown or even Jason Tatum, like, get your money. I'm telling you, get your money. Like, if you can sign for $300 million, sign for $300 million. I don't want nobody
but
to take a pay cut. I want you to get all of the coins that you. I'm
uh,
like, straight up and down. Like, get all of the money that you can. Because
so if
that's how
Boston
the
comes
system is set up.
so then Boston comes to Jalen Brown and Jalen Brown and Tatum because they're trying to manage the cap so that they can keep this team together. They're going to
Hmm.
Jalen Brown saying, look, the most we can offer, we know that the max is 300 million. But in order for us to manage our team the way we want to, we can give you 200 million. You're saying Jalen Brown don't take that because you can get
He's
three
not
hundred
taking.
million from now.
You go get the 300.
But then you want the CBA to come in, and essentially because the CBA, the players will have to agree to this. You want the CBA players and the owners to come to an agreement to say that, like, no, you know what, Jalen Brown, you really only can get 200 million a year.
No,
So now,
if it no, it's just it's working within the system. No, it's literally like
it is, but then it's so then it's some look if the players want to bleed the owners dry, it makes no
bleed
difference
them
to me.
dry,
But
bleed them
the
dry.
thing to me, like, so then understand if you want to get the so Boston understands your window was now closed because I don't know what happened in negotiation, but if Boston came to you and said like, "Hey, Jalen, we need you to take 150, Jason, we need you to take 200," and they said, "No, I want my 300." Cool. So go out. You got a small window. Go out and get a ring because we can't keep doing this. Then to me,
Mhm.
it is what it is because at some point, like, because if you're talking about a hard cap, like that don't like all you can do to me the only if you do a hard cap, that's not going to eliminate the issue necessarily.
Nah, I mean
Like,
you're operating within like, you have to figure out the system to operate within. Like, so if you want me to, like, say for instance with we talk about the Miami situation, they work within the system to make sure that all of
the
these players
players
can
and the
sign.
team.
Yeah,
Yes, the players and the team.
but that comes down to working within the system versus like getting your money. Like Dwayne Wade or not even Dwayne Wade, I would say
So they
Bosh.
did the opposite of what you said to do
So look at it like
because they
this.
didn't get their money.
So look at it like this.
Uh,
When they all when LeBron left, what did Bosh do?
You got paid,
He got his money.
but he didn't get his money when he
What
went to
did Dwayne?
Miami.
What did Wade do?
But what I don't understand your point though, because
No, the
so
point
they still
is,
took pay they
wait,
still took pay cuts when they first
so he left.
agreed to come to Miami. They still left money on the table, and you saying don't leave any money on the table, but they left. I don't care that they came and got it back, came and got it later because they still didn't get the money they got that year.
No,
Those
but, no,
first two
but
3 years in Miami, they still lost money. They didn't recoup that on the back end.
and what I'm saying is, Dwayne Wade didn't recoup none of it.
Yeah. So and you're
So
and
Wade fucked up by doing it within the system, but they got 2 rings out of it. I
that's the
want
thing.
the money.
We saying they fucked up, but like Dwayne Wade ain't hurting for no fucking money right now. Dwayne Wade
That's
ain't looking
fine.
back like, damn, I took pay cuts.
But what I'm saying is they fucked up from a financial standpoint.
Who fucked up from a financial standpoint?
Wade, LeBron, and Bosh.
How?
They didn't get the money that
Because
they could have gotten.
and so they still rich.
That has zero to do with it. What I'm saying is,
Yes, it
if,
do.
if,
Like
if your
no,
goal
you
if your goal is to get as much finances as you can within the NBA,
did they say that was their goal?
I'm asking you if your goal is to get as much finances in the NBA, they did not do that.
I'm asking you what was their goal though, because maybe that wasn't their
I don't
goal.
know
Maybe
what
their goal was.
I'm not operating from
I
there.
think we can
I'm
still.
saying
I
from a
think
finances standpoint, if you want to get as much money, my goal from looking at the NBA is for them to get as much finances as they can within the system.
yeah, from your
Then they
standpoint.
they, they did not. That's fine, and that's I speak only for me.
Everybody don't
I, that's fine.
everybody don't operate from the greedy perspective that you do.
That's fine. I'm operating from who I am as a person. What I'm telling you,
Yeah, because you
if
broke
my
just like
my
me.
looking at it from the standpoint, if they want to get as much finances as they can, then they fucked up.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
I mean that's like obvious from a is you talking Toronto offered more money, Cleveland offered more money, so they came together within Miami to get it together as far as them building the super team,
So
and
they
that's
fucked
changed.
up. LeBron should have stayed in Cleveland, and Bosh should have stayed in Toronto. So they fucked up
From
in
a
your
from
eyes.
a financial standpoint in the
So
NBA.
so in your eyes, they fucked up.
From a financial standpoint in the NBA.
I said in your eyes because you said the financial
From a
standpoint in
financial
your eyes.
standpoint, they fucked up. That's obvious.
Okay. Mm,
They didn't fuck up from a
okay.
financial state. They didn't fuck up getting as much NBA money as possible. That's obvious.
Yeah,
Now,
you
now,
say
now,
that
now they
like
might now
you
they might
say
have
that
got
like
the
you say
money.
that like the alternative. You say that like the alternative was horrible. Like they
No,
gonna
I'm
file
not.
for
Look, I'm not. I'm
bankruptcy.
not. I'm not saying all that. I'm saying don't change the argument from a financial standpoint of the amount of money that they could have got in the NBA,
Okay, then
which
yes,
is
Sean, you're right.
which is what I've
So
been saying
you
the
can
whole
stop.
time.
You're right.
No,
You're right.
from a financial standpoint, they
You're
could have
right.
got more money.
You keep repeating. You're right. Yep.
No, it is what it is.
From the financial standpoint, anybody that doesn't take the max is fucking themselves up. They fuck themselves up, and they're gonna be fucked over for the rest of their lives. I got you.
Financially, they could have got more money.
Yeah. So financially, they're gonna be fucked up.
No, financially, they could have got more money in the NBA. You're
So yeah.
changing
So
the
they're
words.
fucked financially.
No, I said from a financial standpoint of the money that they can get in the NBA, they
They're
messed up.
fucked. Yeah.
No, that's what you're saying. I didn't say that.
So they didn't mess up.
I said from an NBA standpoint, listen,
Yes.
listen, listen to what I'm saying. From an NBA standpoint of the amount of
Man,
money
cut this
that they
podcast
could have
off.
from an NBA, what they could have got from the NBA, they messed that money up.
Mm-hmm. They
Cool.
did.
Yeah. So that's it. You know. So cool. All right.
They
Well,
messed
we gonna
up.
wrap. Yeah, they messed up. So thanks everybody for listening.
If I was in Atlanta,
Hopefully,
I'd beat Sean's ass right now.
you said what?
I said if I was in Atlanta, when this camera
You
go
gonna
off,
be
I'd
you gonna
beat
be my
your
ass
ass.
about other niggas' money? Nah,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I feel what you're saying. But anyway, thanks everybody for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. If not, thank you all for listening to Reality or Not podcast with DJ Reality and the big homie Ed. And we'll talk to you all soon.